Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're very honored to have you here today. We're talking about Proposition 4, which is the Parental Notification Initiative, which is going to be decided for the third time in 3 straight general elections on the ballot in the state of California. Planned Parenthood and the local education community are united in their opposition to Proposition 4 because while all of us support the idea of parental involvement, we recognize that a law like Proposition 4 puts vulnerable teens from dangerous homes in real danger. Planned Parenthood, like all healthcare providers, encourages parental involvement when a teenager is facing a crisis like an unexpected pregnancy. But in those circumstances where a minor cannot involve a parent because that parent is an alcoholic, is a drug addict, is violent, is physically abusive, the most important responsibility for all of us as parents is to keep those teens safe. And the way that we do that is by ensuring their access to medical care. We are honored to be joined today by representatives of the education community. We're going to introduce them and they're going to say a few words. But the first person is the most important education leader in the state of California. He is somebody who has been 100% pro-choice throughout his political career, and it is a great honor to welcome him to San Diego on behalf of Planned Parenthood. So please welcome the State Superintendent of Public Instruction, the Honorable Jack O'Connell.
Thanks, Vince. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Vince. Class act. Thanks, Vince. Thank you, Vince. And thank you for all your good work here as well, not just on this issue, but on so many issues just up and down the state. So pleasure to be with you. Value our personal friendship. The voters of this state have twice in recent years rejected a very similar measure to this Proposition 4. This is a dangerous, risky measure which must be rejected again. We cannot allow Proposition 4 to jeopardize the health of young adults in the state of California. As a parent myself, I certainly know that we need to be involved in our teenagers' lives. But in the real world, not all teenage girls in particular will have good, trusting relations with all of their family members. The real answer to teen pregnancy is strong, caring families. We need to have better communication between the younger generation and those of us as parents, not new laws that potentially put the very basic health of our young adults at risk. This initiative is unnecessary and it's dangerous. Other states that have enacted similar laws have the same results. More second trimester abortions, more teens crossing state lines to seek appropriate medical health, and an increase in risky, dangerous back alley abortions. Unfortunately, not all of our teens have strong communications, have strong relationships with their families, with their parents. Our teens are afraid to go to court. They're scared. They're going to be desperate. They'll be intimidated. Teens don't want to go before an unfamiliar judge and reveal some of the most personal and intimate of facts. Forced notification laws simply do not work in the real world. Every major medical group and organization that's taken a position on Proposition 4 strongly recommends that no vote. Doctors, nurses, our counselors, teachers, and parents. So let's make sure that all of our teens have access to safe medical care when they need it. Please vote no on Proposition 4. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thank you for coming. My name is Bianca Rubio. I am the Director of Marketing and Communications for Planned Parenthood. Next, we're going to hear from the President and CEO of Planned Parenthood of San Diego and Riverside Counties, Dara DeGiorgio Johnson. Dara?
Thanks, Bianca. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I have some very brief comments. First off, I'd like to say a very special and warm thank you to the superintendent for being here and expressing his support for the No on 4 campaign. It's extremely impressive and very important. Secondly, I'm really here to say thank you to the men and the women standing behind me, the educators in the community. Planned Parenthood and the No on Proposition 4 campaign are very honored and very pleased to be linking arms with these high-quality, stellar educators to defeat Proposition 4. Dangerous for girls, dangerous for people. It will put women at risk, and we urge you to vote no on Proposition 4. And I'd like to say a special thank you to all of the young women and men standing behind me who do the incredible work of educating in our schools and in our community-based organizations. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Tara. Our next guest is a very special person. She has been a school counselor for 20 years. She is the past president of the California Association of School Counselors, and she drove all the way from the San Gabriel Valley to be with us today. Her name is Kathy Rapkin. Kathy?
Good afternoon. I, like the others, thank State Superintendent Jack O'Connell for standing side by side with school counselors, teachers, doctors, nurses, and other mental health professionals to urge a resounding no vote on Proposition 4. School counselors are specifically trained and highly qualified professionals who assist students every single day with many of the very complicated and complex decisions that they are sometimes forced to make. Our hope, like that of all adults who work with teens, is that they get their parents involved with these decisions. However, there is no law that can force family communication, and not all teens come from homes where communication is possible. This initiative, as others have stated, puts teens at risk of not receiving the proper care, guidance, and attention when they need it and when they are facing an unplanned pregnancy, at risk of seeking out unsafe medical care or illegal abortions, at risk of considering suicide, but most important, at risk of being forced into court to avoid telling their families. In representing the California Association of School Counselors and approximately 10,000 California school counselors in the state, I am proud to stand firmly on this issue and urge a no vote on Proposition 4, just as California voters have done twice before. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Our next guest is the American Association of University Women President for the San Diego branch, Eunice Christensen.
Thank you. The American Association of University Women at the local, state, and national level are committed that all women and girls have a fair chance at life, and we break through any economic or educational barriers that prevent gender equity. Proposition 4 does such a thing. It would scar a young woman for life if she had to, perhaps, go to an unhappy family member that may have reprisal against her. So we do encourage you to please vote no on Proposition 4.
Thank you, Eunice. And our final speaker is Sang Ling Chu. She is the field director for the California School Health Centers Association. Sang.
Thank you. The California School Health Centers Association represents more than 150 school-based health centers in the state of California. School health centers offer services in a location that is familiar, trusted, and convenient for students and family, which is in the schools. And we are proud to support the No on 4 campaign. Thank you.
I would like to thank all of our speakers for being with us today, and I would also like to thank all of the organizations that support a no vote on Proposition 4. It is a dangerous and deceptive initiative, and the community must be aware of how dangerous it is. Thank you for being with us, and thank you on behalf of Planned Parenthood.